Hello, and welcome. We're back with some writing sprints, and or productive sprints, whatever the hell you want to call it. Today we're gonna be doing something different. At least I'm gonna be doing something different, because I finished my book. Which means it's time to start a new book. So I have my trusty notebook here. And if you were around in October and September, you'll know that I started a new book with the idea of bringing in Aztec mythology. A romantic book with Aztec mythology versus how a lot of mythology books are Roman and Greek, and Norse is starting to become popular. So I am choosing to put my foot in because I deeply enjoy mythology and I deeply enjoy Greek mythology. But I am choosing to bring Aztec mythology into the romance world, into just popular world. I'm hoping this is my traditional publishing idea. But so I finished Project Blasphemy and went back to read my notes, and I have a good amount of things. I still don't really have a full-out storyline. I have a lot of notes on my two main characters, and I have some rough ideas. And that's it. That's all I have. I don't actually have a storyline. Hello. So what I'm going to be doing tonight, whatever. What I'm going to be doing is continuing to work on the story and the world building. I'm also going to try and do something different. So, and because it worked for the last project where I just had a Word dump or brain dump Word doc, or not Word, Google Doc. But I already started this notebook. And I had started opening up the campfire to move things over, and I realized I didn't love it. So, okay, hold on, my mic is kind of feels low. Okay. I started the campfire doc, decided I didn't really like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do all the world building in my notebook. Everything. I'm not going to separate it like I've done in the past. So we're going to see how that works, how that functions. If this change works out well for this story, because maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need to change up my process, which I thought worked just fine, and maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But we'll see. If this book gets written, then that was my answer. So I'm going to be continuing to work on world building, try and figure out what the fuck the story is going to be, because I have loops of ideas in this notebook. I do not have a solid idea of a storyline, and that's what I need in order to start writing. I have my two main characters. I really could just start writing with what I have right now, but I don't have a solid story idea, and I need to have a solid story idea before I start putting words on a document. So that's what I'm going to be thinking. Because the story of the god of death and the goddess of death in Aztec mythology is not there's not a lot of information on them, and there's not a story about them coming together. So they just are created together, sort of. Yes, I am writing a new book. I just finished a book last week, so I'm starting a new project, a new book, a new story. So I'm just kind of talking through what I have and what I'm doing right now before we start sprints. I am not a famous writer. No, I am not. I am not a famous writer. I have something out on Kindle Vella that's slowly being published, and that's it. The project that I'm starting today is what I'm hoping to be traditionally published. But that's a hope still. There's a lot of processes before I could publish it. But yeah, always got to start off with that first process of just getting the story out. But yes, so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing during this stream. So I'm going to start like normal. We're going to start with a 15-minute sprint because why not? Let's... You know what? I'll feed into the rain that's already happening here. Shh, no. Bad commercial. And then as of right now, for anyone who's watching, I did invite Bungle, and they know that they have an open invitation to just pop in whenever, but I'm not promising anything. There could be doing their own stuff. So, nope, that's not what I want. Please. Nope. Keep... There we go. Okay. Okay, bye. Thank you for coming. All right, banner. All right, 15 minutes. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3, go. All right, all finished. So we had Esther come into the chat. I saw that she was on Dez's stream right before I got on mine. Apparently they were talking about where am I at? There we go. Some spicy stuff, which is always fun. Best conversations to have. I decided to move on from some writing of the main female character and look at the notes for my male lead, or my male main character, whatever, and realize I really don't have much on him. I thought I had way more, but apparently I did not. I'm gonna get ready for bed, but we'll leave the stream. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good sleep, Esther. Have sweet dreams. But yeah, I did not have as much on him as I thought. So I spent the time going on Pinterest and looking at Hispanic, Mexican American models, male models, because I know what I want him to look like body wise, like his figure. Like if I needed to like do an outline of a body, I know what he's gonna look like. Because I have his hair color, apparently I put down, and how tall he's gonna be, his body build, and that he seems aloof to people. And that's it. That's all I wrote. And then some point last week I decided he was 29, because I decided to make both main characters slightly older. Because most of the time my characters in my books are like early to mid 20s, leaning closer to like early 20s, because I definitely write close in the range of like new adult-esque kind of ish. Not that I use that term, but in that direction. But I felt like this time it didn't make sense for my characters to be in their early 20s. I felt like they needed to be older. So my female character is 27 and my male character is 29. But yeah, so I need to figure out what his skin tone is going to be, what color his eyes are going to be. So I have already decided that he is pansexual, but I don't have anything else. So I guess I need to figure out a little bit more about my male character, and then we can start working on the solidifying what my story is going to be a little bit more, because like I said, I need to know a little bit more of no commercial. I need to know a little bit more about my story before I before I start writing in my document, because I don't need to know everything. Like I don't usually outline. I don't need to know like how the middle functions. I figure that out a lot of the times as I'm going. But I know how the beginning is going to start, but I need to solidify what is my end, because my end will tell me what my story is. And I don't fully know. And that was my problem when I got the story for Project Blasphemy, and I just switched and pivoted because I was struggling just ever so slightly, and I was like, oh, I have this idea fully in my brain, I'm going for that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work on the male character for right now, and then we'll see if I move on to whatchamacallit, the storyline. Because because that's important. So I drink warm cocoa, warm hot chocolate instead of just hot chocolate. All right. Let's go ahead and start the next sprint. Bum, bum. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's find a new soundtrack. We're gonna have more rain because you know what? We are full of rain right now. It is hitting the winter rain season, probably for like another couple weeks, and then no more rain. That's what happens here. Instead of snow, it rains. Little spurts of it. I still rather have winter rain than summer rain because winter rain is at least not humid, and summer rain is, and summer rain triggers my asthma. I hate it. But that's a different conversation. Let's go ahead, do 20 minutes. And 1, 2, 3, go. all done. All right. Well, I finished writing some stuff on the main male character. Okay. I'm trying to think about a story now. What do I want? What I'm really trying to focus on is, what is the end of the story? How does this look? What does this look like? Because if I can't think of that, then I can't write this book. So I'm writing down right now, right before the timer ended, how is the story going to start? Because I've known how the story is going to start for a little while. Because this is an arranged marriage trope. So I was kind of flittering about with where did I write it? Oh, like fated mates, true love. But I think arranged marriage is more accurate, because I think I definitely want these two main characters to just not know who each other is. Like, they know of each other because their family businesses definitely have things that revolve around each other. But I want them to not know each other. I want it to I kind of want the story to feel old-fashioned, but in the future. So that idea of these two big businesses arranging the marriage of their children to like join companies, sort of, or to solidify their business, is something that would happen in like a historical book, or just like royalty, like an old book kind of setting. So I think I'm gonna go with that, or not think, that is what I had decided to go with. So I know how the beginning is gonna start, with reference to like the arranged marriage. But that is minus some like random snippets. I'm still like, what is the story? What am I trying to tell? What is happening? I think I have too many thoughts, and I just need to arrange them. So we'll see. Perhaps just writing in my scribbly handwriting will help. I swear my fucking mic is just not staying up, or I'm standing up too high. I don't know. Okay, let me arrange the next timer. No, shush. Shush. I also have to blow my nose, because of course I do. I don't know. I'm like just so excited to have this in space. But I need more than that. I need a plot. I need a solid plot, or like a taste of a plot to make this work. Why does my brain make things difficult? Why couldn't I just know what is happening? Let's do this one because we're just
Hey, babe.
sticking with the rain timers today. Okay, this person is not monetized, so no commercial. Bad YouTube, no commercial. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start the timer. Let's also pick a song. Let's do this one. All right. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, go.
This is Il Maquillage. I woke up like this.
All right, all done. I've messed with my mic too much, I think. There we go. Okay. It kept trying to go off. So, what the F am I doing? That's the main question. I don't know. So I have turned to re-looking up the arranged marriage trope under the tvtrope.org just to see what it says. Because this is first and foremost romance. And then a sci-fi afterwards. So I really need to... My plot is a romance plot then. And I have to remember that. Because the last time I tried to write a traditionally published book, it was more of a trying to balance the two, so I wanted them to be equal. This one is not. This one's romance with sci-fi. So I think I need to focus on the trope I picked, which is arranged marriage, and use that to propel the plot forward then. Because I think I'm trying to make this harder than it probably is, and I need to just reset my brain into thinking, what is this? What am I writing? What do I need to do to get this story moving? Because at first, the reason I even opened the website was, I need a secondary trope or plot for the non-romance part, and then I was like, well, what do I want this to be? Do I want this to be about a particular thing? I'm not ready yet to say it. And then I'm like, I don't know. And that's when I started to panic. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Hello. Oh, I still have it as just chatting. Oh well. But I'm struggling with thinking of this storyline so much. And it's really just because I have the beginning, I have some vague things I would like to happen in the middle, and that's it. And usually I at least have a beginning and an end thought out. And the middle is my problem. And I don't feel like I can start writing without knowing where I'm writing to, which means I need to know what the end of the story is. At least roughly, and I don't. The struggle is 5,000,000% real. All right, we're just gonna start the next timer. I think that's the safest option for me mentally right now. We will start the second timer. Let's do this one. All right. I'll start the second timer. I'll continue to read what I was reading and see if that helps me figure out how do I want this story to move forward. I'll do this. All right. And 1, 2, 3, go. All right, all done. I have finally had thoughts. I think, ironed out what I want to do. So, like I said, I read about the arranged marriage trope again on the trope website. And what I like about it is that it offers ideas of things that go with certain tropes. So, with the arranged marriage trope, it gave ideas for other tropes that can tie into the arranged marriage tropes, or how the trope can work in certain genres. So, I read a couple of things that I thought could possibly go along with it that might help flesh out my brain ideas. And what I chose, that I was like, okay, this makes sense, and with how I'm envisioning my characters. So my chosen trope is arranged marriage with marriage before romance. So these two characters do not know each other. So the female main character doesn't know. She's aware of the male main character only because he comes from a very influential family or like old money. But has never met him, doesn't know him intimately. I mean, not intimately, doesn't know him personally or anything like that. No communication between the two of them really ever. So they get married, and again, I have to remind myself this is romance book first, sci-fi book second, not the opposite, not equally now, which is how I've been writing my other things. So I was like, okay, focus on the romance. So what is this plot then? So I decided with the marriage before romance because that gives me an idea. So they're starting off as strangers. You know, we're not going to have a wedding scene, but it starts right afterwards. And there's the thought / implication of they got married, they had intercourse, and now the story is starting. So from there, we need to make them be in love. So that gives me somewhere to function, flow, and go from. And then I need a plot that's outside of the romance but complements the romance. I need that B plot. So thinking a little bit more, I was like, okay, so what is the point, the goal? Why are they getting married? What is that? So I thought of those, which I'm not going to say because I'm not talking about the story yet, mostly because I'm literally figuring it out right now. So I figured that part out, and then I was like, okay, but that's not necessarily the main plot, obviously, because the romance is the main plot. So I was like, how do I want this story to end? And I need to think of it as a romance. How do I want the romance to end? Not thinking about the B plot. That's not the focus. The main focus is the romance. And thinking about it a little bit more, you saw me get up, I paced, I was like trying to like think. I'm also feeling tired, but I was like, okay, I need to think. And I decided on that. On the idea of, okay, how does this need to how does this need to end? So I need my two main characters to confirm that yes, they do 100% completely and truly are in love with each other, because they're strangers at the beginning. They don't know each other. They're not in love with each other. They're just doing their duties. That they love each other, and that their love and trust is not misplaced upon each other. They can rely on each other. And that they'll always have each other's back, because there's a lot of specifically with the male character, but also a little bit with the female character, some trust issues. So I think that's gonna be a good foundation for me to start trying to write this story. Can I fix their trust issues? So yes, I think that is the case. I have my beginning, I have the little bits and pieces that I want in the middle that I need to just get to, and I have the end. But before I make my skeleton outline, I think I'm going to write a little bit and then come back and figure out the skeleton outline that I need to have, possibly. But I think I need to live in the story a little bit, so maybe like write a chapter or two and then come back. But that won't be tonight, because like I just said, I'm tired and I think my brain needs to marinate in my discovery. So with that being said, I'm going to end the stream because I could start finally writing, but I think it'd be better if I kind of, like I said, marinate in the deciding of this story. Yes, the storyline is what I should say, not the story. Yeah, because I just need to remember this is a romance first and foremost. It's not a sci-fi with romance in it, and it's not me trying to do some weird balancing of the two, like the story, like Project Sci-Fi Romance, where I was trying to balance the sci-fi and the romance equally. No, this is just romance in a sci-fi world. So that means the romantic plot takes center stage, and I need to remember that because, yeah. Versus Project Blasphemy, which was a romantic erotica, and for whatever reason, it was much easier for me to focus on the erotic plot and the romance plot pretty well, with the third plot of the story just kind of complementing, but it not really being a huge deal. That was easier. This one, apparently, I don't know. I was struggling, but I think I have it. But I also just want to sit in it a little bit before I put words down. So, also, I need a name for a friend. So I'm going to look up some friend names for my female main character. And yeah, hopefully when I see you guys next time, then I'll have more ironed out. Yeah, see, I need to go to sleep. Ironed out, and I'll have words on page, hopefully. But yeah, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time for more. I will probably be streaming Friday. I don't know if it will be more writing or if it will be a game, so you'll just have to hit the subscribes and follows and all those buttons to see which one it is. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.